Alright guys, back again. So quick tip when you're doing these manifolds, some of them you gotta shave down because it hits the VTEC solenoid, so this has been shaved down. For the wastegate, put this on first because it's much easier to do it off the car versus trying to do it on your back upside down, trying to get those bolts to fit in that tight space. So just put them all together. When you're doing these manifolds, you gotta upgrade the studs because OEMs aren't long enough. So you gotta do extended studs basically. This is getting ready to drop in. I'm gonna heat shield, so I'm gonna skip to that in a little bit. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned, there's more. Alright, so we're at the car now. I already did one right here, so heat wrap this. I'm gonna heat wrap the main harness loom, also the heater core exchange pipes right here that's coming off the heads. Yeah, before I put it on the manifold, that way it's going to be protected because the turbo sits like right against here. Even with a turbo blanket, like you saw right here, this is right here, it's discolored, so it burnt off some of the gold material. It protects against radiant heat, but direct heat contact, like, it's gonna start melting stuff, so make sure nothing's touching. Zip tie this up a little bit. I did have to remove the front strut bar, the OEM one, in order to get it to clear. You get a lot more room working with that gone. And to sneak in this turbo, I'll show you later, but you gotta sneak it through here. I gotta unbolt this fuel line real quick, that way I can move it out the way. For the sidewinder people, they're probably gonna run into the same thing, whereas stuff is gonna be in right here, so you gotta move stuff around. Alright, so we're back. Everything is heat wrapped, my wiring harness, and then those two hoses. Good to go here. We're gonna drop on the manifold in a little bit. Alright guys, turbo is in. What I had to do was unbolt this right here. There's two bolts, and then unhook the fuel rail line, pull off this line for the brake booster so I can move this kind of out of the way to make space for the turbo to go in. Just sneak the wire like away from the turbo, kind of make it work. And yeah, it's in now. This is a T3 T4. Not sure if you can go much bigger, maybe a GT30, not sure though. But yeah, it's in now. All I have to do is do the downpipe. I did buy studs for these to make it easier to line up, but that bottom bolt right here, this is the pain. It's just like a regular bolt, just because I couldn't get the studs to fit through. But yeah, it's going. Almost done. I just need to put the downpipe in and bolt up the cap. I'm still running a cap, but it's a high flow cap from heel toe. That's pretty much it. We're almost done. I am missing a clip, not a clip, sorry, a clamp. I don't know where that one went, but I gotta go dig one up. I found one, but this was missing the actual bolt to tighten down, so I don't know what happened. Alright, almost done guys. Okay, as far as the downpipe, this is what I use. You can get the RSX one. You might have to extend it a little bit. Yeah. Added this for the wastegate return. I had it open dump before, and it was cool at first, but it was getting too loud, getting too annoying. So I'm just going to recirculate it back to exhaust. I'm trying to recirculate as far down as possible past the O2 sensor because my welding's not too great. I learned welding basically just to do this project right here, so anything's possible. Save yourself a couple bucks. It might look ugly. I did smoke test the pipe, did not leak, so we're good to go there. Alright, almost there. Alright, so this is what it looks like under the car. Have this one looped into the oil pan like this. Let me back out a little bit. There we go. Return line clears the drive shaft, clears the dump tube. I use this corrugated exhaust tube with that little branch you saw earlier. I did have to cut it a little bit, it was too close, but I made it work. That down pipe goes to cat goes to cat back. This is a Yonaka exhaust, so it's gonna be pretty quiet. I'm not, expecting a whole bunch of horsepower, just a little bit more than stock. I'm not looking for a sidewinder power, that's why you went with this one. Turbo blanket, definitely recommend you run one. Don't have it on yet. I'm gonna show you the one I have. The one I have is a PTP. Get a name brand one, don't get a cheap one because they'll burn out. There you go. PTP turbo blanket. This is what it looks like. Some of it's starting to come loose. That's because I got caught on the exhaust stud and kind of ripped it a little bit, but it's still holding up. No discoloration. It's the good stuff right here. Keeps the temp down, keeps the wiring harness from burning up. Let's look at the wiring harness, it's just like right there. Alright, that's what the turbo blanket on. This I'm gonna zip tie up a little bit more. Right here, that's the wiring harness. You can see how close it is. Pre-oil the turbo before you turn anything on, start it. Just drop a couple mLs of oil in there. I do have to fill it up with oil right now, so I'm going to do that, and we're going to start up pretty soon. Alright, so everything's filled with oil. I pre-lubed the turbo. It's a little bit smoky right now just because of the extra oil and stuff that was getting burned off. It's all as normal. Just letting you know, this one, there's a port in the back of the intake manifold. Fits perfectly for the blowout valve. That's what the stock manifold. If you're doing RBC, you're gonna need a little T for it. So it's all good. No cell, no anything. Running synthetic right now. This is the first switch to synthetic. Motor house like 1,500 miles after rebuild. This I'm probably gonna have to screw it on a little bit tighter. Looks like it's about to pop off already. Yeah. So yeah, check all the clamps. That way you catch stuff like this, Shake it, check it. That's good. That's not going nowhere for sure. Throttle body portion. All good. Okay, last thing I need to mention, you're gonna lose your driver side fog light while going turbo. Any turbo using front mount intercooler. If you do water to cooling, you can save it. So that's all. I'm gonna cut this up to make it fit too. And this right here needs to be shaved as much as you can because it's gonna hit the bottom of that intercooler. Besides that, it fits fine. Yeah, everything clears. You want everything above this radiator frame, so this is just about the radiator frame level. Mine's kind of bent, so hard to see, but it's above it. And one more time, check all your connections, make sure everything's plugged in. You want to be happy with what you got, you don't want to be fighting, check engine lights and stuff, trying to figure out what the hell's going on again. Been there, done that. Alright, hope that helps.